G'day Battlers, and welcome to the G'day Battlers podcast with myself, Debbie Pebble, and PvPSteve. Welcome back to the country. Again, we'll talk about immigration and passport later, but this is episode 58. I'm keeping that in. It's been too long in episodes.
I mean, we need to keep this ship rolling because, I mean, it's not past my bedtime here, but it is probably past my bedtime in Brazil time or Canada time, depending. Probably both.
Yes. All of the above. I see you have a friend behind you.
Yep.
Not your usual friend, but a different friend today.
Yeah, came with me from Brazil.
A souvenir. Or just, a companion, perhaps. Maybe not.
Maybe. Oh, is mine... Yeah, actually, no, I was going to say, wait, is mine shiny? No, it isn't. No shot is it shiny.
I don't think it is. I think I've seen your team, and I don't think it was the lovely pink hue that it
My
has.
Celio was going to be shiny until I ditched it. I think the rest are regular. I think.
Well, I mean, okay. Well, let's get started. Like, Steve, welcome back. Literally fresh off the plane from this morning, with your very unconventional adventure to LAIC. So let's recap on that. So
I was like, what could possibly be unconventional? Because it certainly wasn't my team. What do we?
Well, I think I mean it's already been, I suppose, spoiler alert, said on the broadcast because you had your little segment. But talk about your long rather, way to get to Sao Paulo.
Yep. So Rise was doing this segment where he was like grabbing people to talk about their journey to LAIC, and he kind of just grabbed me because I was from Australia, I guess. I don't think he was exactly thinking that he was, pulling the thread of this scarf that would keep on pulling. In that, rather than going the direct route that the only other Australian there, Fortois, went, we went, which was like straight to Chile and then to Brazil, which is as direct as you can get. There's like one flight into all of South America, and it's that. So it's like, oh, okay, fair enough. But there was a cheaper flight, or cheaper flights, because it was actually cheaper to go from Sydney or train down to Sydney and then fly from Sydney to Vancouver, Canada, and then from Vancouver to Toronto, Canada, and then Toronto down to Brazil. So I did that one, which took way longer. Turns out,
was it like 36 hours? I can't remember. It was very long.
On the way there is in that ballpark. The way home was longer because there was a 12-hour stopover. But, that was manufactured. So whether you count that,
So I showed Steve. I had like on my phone basically all the time zones and just his itinerary of his plan, because I was like, okay, what time? Because I'm not going to remember.
Wait, what do you mean you were showing me? I made that itinerary. What are you talking about?
As in like had it all on my phone with the
You had the image that I sent.
So I could correlate being like, where are you now? And then what time is it now? Okay, he'll arrive another 4 hours to get here. It was easier for me to just have everything in one spot. Just so I could glance it and just be like, where in the world is Steve right now? Forget Carmen San Diego. Just kind of like, where is Steve right now?
The 2025 question, it seems.
But great news. Your luggage came home, which is good.
As did my phone.
Yes.
So
Davey's
actually, I think I'm going to tweet that in the morning. Was my plan. I might forget, to be honest with you, but my plan was like, I'll tweet with my phone and my luggage tomorrow. So that'll date this recording, I guess, if I remembered to do that. But
this recording will come out later anyway. So
yeah.
Okay. Awesome. So I mean, it's the first time you've been to Canada.
It is.
Does that count if we're just sitting in the airport?
I didn't just stay in the airport though.
No, on the way there. We're still going on. We're still venturing there.
Yeah, it counts. It definitely counts. I mean, like, we hit up Tim Hortons, which is really disappointing. I don't know why everyone talks about Tim Hortons. It's like not good. So,
what is a Tim Hortons?
It's like
Because
a
all I can think of is Horton Hears a Hoot.
who.
Who?
But it's how did they just? I think it's like it's sort of breakfasty vibe. Although donuts is like a big part of it apparently.
Ah,
Canadian multinational coffee house and restaurant chain, including
right.
breakfast and lunch sandwiches, baked goods, and drinks. But yeah, it's like
Cafe
mid at
vibes.
best. So I don't
Oh,
really get it.
okay. All right.
Uh,
We'll add that to the ongoing list of uh, food chains and Steve and Debbie's ratings.
yeah, I think Ali suggested that it was like a Canadians like it because it's Canadian,
Mm.
but everyone else is like, eh. that was my read, but maybe I'm
Okay.
misinterpreting, or I've misremembered, or I'm misquoting, or I'm throwing her like in front of the bus without knowing it.
Sorry, Ali.
Yeah, my
For those
bad.
that don't know, it is Fortois' partner that we're talking about.
Yeah. But you know, we made in there in the end. Once
Mhm.
I eventually got to Toronto, I actually ran into because I was tweeting.
Yes.
I think what Caleb's. Oh yeah, sorry. I responded to Caleb's tweet with a screenshot of the smart tag in Toronto, and so I was like, I then very shortly after that got a message from Out of Pocket being like, "Hey, you still in Toronto?" uh, Little did I know, Out of Pocket and Septile Ice were both going to be on my flight, so we hung out a little bit. I mean, you know,
Cool.
I'm 30 hours sans shower or something, so that's sorry guys, not my fault. But it is what it is. But you know, we
Mm.
flew to Brazil, Ubered away into the wind, and
Mhm.
that was a Thursday morning, so Regio Day.
Thursday morning retro day. Gosh, yeah, that's so very, very quick because you got there Thursday morning, checked in, um, dropped your bags, and I suppose went to go rego. So, what is the rego process like over for a big IC? Like, is it similar timing? Like, is it later in the day, or is it do they start rego from like 2 p.m.?
I think it opened at 12, like
Oh,
middle of the
okay,
day.
yeah.
I mean, like they've been
Mhm.
working on this event all week. It's not like, you know, ESL, they need to sort of set up the venue first on that day. Like
Mhm.
they've been putting a lot of work into this massive hall, right? So
Right.
yeah, it's all ready to
Mhm.
go midday. And it's all outdoors actually. So like you don't enter the venue in any way. Like,
Mhm.
you know, it's on the outside. Although they didn't have swag ready. You picked up the swag
Oh.
the next day. So it was literally just picking up your lanyard, which as
Uh-huh.
opposed to the last two tournaments I went to, it
Mhm.
didn't have customized printed lanyards. It was just like the same one for everyone.
Right.
So it was very quick process. Like by the time
Yeah.
we got there was no one, like there was no line really. So
Good.
it
Yeah. Yeah. Easy.
was kind of chill.
Easy to grab.
But you know, you still
Awesome.
sort of meet people hanging around the Rego area. So run into all of
Mhm.
the LNDS guys, the Brazilians. Ran into some of the Mexicans, not most of them. I think they
Mhm.
went a little bit earlier.
Mm.
Um, a lot of the Americans that were running around. So like Arrow, who
Mhm.
was fleecing people for Vesperquin trades. Got a
That
lot.
sounds very arrow.
Yeah, a lot of female combies coming out of Fortois.
Mhm.
Um, I picked up a new clay doll from Sustenance Eater because I did not
Ah.
have a good one by any stretch. Like my clay doll that I had was so bad that they lose the matchups into a Rangaroo, which is like the most
The
important thing that
reason
clay doll
why.
needs to be doing. So it's like, I mean, maybe not the most, but it's pretty important when everyone is
Yeah.
running a Rangaroo. So I was like, that's not good. So Greg did give me one that was better, that I think
Mhm.
did the job, but then
Mhm.
yeah, Sustenance Eater gave me one that was like actually really good. So I was like, great,
Mhm.
this is my guy. Um,
Excellent.
so it did mean that one of my 6 Pokemon were no longer 1500, but
Ah,
alas,
alas.
alas.
Mm.
So anyway, he gave me that. Three different people that I asked were all like, "You're not going to run Claydol, are you?" And I went, "Ah." So public favorability on Claydol has dropped a little bit. I think people are going back to Runerigus, but
You're just there going, Baltoys, please, Baltoys, and they're just like, I suppose.
yeah, not really something that people keep. Also, Sustenance Eater is kind of like a They Love Jai type, in
Mm.
which he doesn't exactly have a lot of Pokemon. It's very,
Mm.
oh, I need this for my next tournament. I better get my hands on this guy sort of vibe.
Yeah.
So, you
I
know.
do remember him being in Melbourne and asking for a lot of trades with other people. So it checks out. He was low on the resources. Well, resources is not the right word, I suppose. Like that, he hasn't been playing that long,
No.
therefore doesn't have that much. So it is an unfortunate part of the game, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
Just go find a nest.
Easier said than done.
Mm.
But yeah, you know, the retro is all simple and easy, hanging out with
Mhm.
folks. We didn't really have anything to do, so we just sort of
Mm.
hung out, you know,
Yeah.
Dunebug, Paul Usher, etc., etc. And
Hmm.
then I mean, I was pretty pooped because I
Yeah.
was insanely sleep deprived with
Hmm.
tournament day the next day, and I think Greg was pretty tired as well, just in general. So
Mm.
it was like, so I think we retired pretty early.
Mm.
We I mean, once we got back, it was like lock in team time because I was still umming and ahhing a little bit. So I
Yeah.
mean, most of my team was kind of locked in.
Hmm.
Originally, I was just going to go with straight ripping Ash and Nash as per
Hmm.
schedule.
Hmm.
The problem was that Ash and Nash was going through some pretty major team changes in the couple of days leading up to the tournament, especially the last like 48 hours. He actually
Right.
literally made a change like as he was locking in his team like night of.
Hmm.
And I've learned my lesson a little bit. Keep a pin in that about not running new Pokemon that I'm not familiar with.
Hmm.
So I was kind of like, look, uh, he's moved on from this older version of the team. I kind
Hmm.
of think I just need to run it because it's what I know how to use. So I was like,
Yes.
you know what, I'm gonna keep the team
Hmm.
in its original form. And then I still made one tiny little change because so for those that are not familiar with the LAIC meta, either you didn't watch the tournament or you haven't played in GBL or you're not a Battle Frontier guy, etc., etc. I mean, GBL is different because it's blind threes, so there's different strategies that work. But in Show 6, every team
Hmm.
has Oranguru, Gyarados, Turtonator, and Dugong. That is like, you know, everyone's got those guys. And then they've probably got like either a Runerigus or a Claydol, and then there's sort of a flex pick where you can sort of go with a very small selection of Pokemon outside of
Hmm.
that. Often like it's a Bronzong or, I don't know, something that deals with the ice waters, I guess.
Hmm.
Um, and so the weird part of the team that the original Ash and Ash team is that it did not have Gyarados. It was actually running
Hmm.
Dragon Breath Charizard instead, which isn't bad. It was sort of strictly considered worse because it didn't have dark type damage like Gyarados did. But I
Hmm.
really liked it because you could two shield through a lot of the meta. You could beat Gyarados in Charge Attack priority. It would be really predictable where if you fought to the two shield scenario, they would shield the first one on charge attack priority, shield the second one on charge attack priority, and then on the third one they would swap to try and catch. So
Hmm.
you could just bank up a blast burn, run away, have energy ready to go, and that would come in real handy later in the game. So I really liked it. So I decided to stick with it. So I didn't have Gyarados.
Hmm.
Other than that, my team was super standard.
Hmm.
It's not an exact copy of I guess it was taken from Ash and Ash and then ripped a little bit
Hmm.
because it originally had Celio on it. I changed
Hmm.
that was my one change the night of. I put Dugong on instead, which did come back to bite me a little bit because I wasn't familiar with it. Like I would have been
Hmm.
Celio, so maybe there's still some lessons to learn on that front. Like I should lock in like a couple days before and just hard lock in. Sorry, I just have to keep this even if it's bad. That's um,
Yeah,
maybe a
it
lesson.
could it could be that lesson, or it just could be that Marto was wrong.
No. Because I don't think we haven't talked about this on the podcast because it all happened since
No.
the last time we recorded.
Uh huh.
But have we even
Okay.
really talked about Marto's prediction
No.
prowess like at
No, we
all?
have not talked about Marto Dradamus.
Marto Stradamus. Yeah.
Hmm.
So we'll give the Cliff Notes version because
Hmm.
how much time do we have? This guy's apparently legendary. You can do no wrong. Um,
Hmm.
LNDS T Steiner, this was back in September, made a
Hmm.
tweet talking about, actually, I have the tweet up. Started the season strong with a solid top 8 finish in Monterey. And Marta
Hmm.
Golde responded, congratulations, champion of Pittsburgh, in
Hmm.
Spanish.
Hmm.
He goes on to become the champion of Pittsburgh.
Mm. Wow.
Zardi responds after this, and he's like,
Hmm.
what's the number of the lottery, bro? Marto says, congratulations, champion of Belo Horizonte 2026.
2.
Zardi proceeds to become champion of Belo Horizonte. Ridiculous. Caleb Peng, in the lead up to LAIC, tweets out, at Marto Galde, who's winning LAIC? Marto responds, at PvPSteve 1 is. Now, at this point, I made a tweet. Can't believe I just won LAIC. Thank you, Marto Galde. Which I thought was pretty funny. Caleb Peng said he would shave his head if it actually came true.
Yes.
And then the week before, back in September, I think, Ash and Ash responded as well to be like, tell me the results of Las Vegas, which is the tournament that was a week before LAIC. And he said, congrats on top 8, bro. He comes top 8 and like no further. Like it's not like a first place. Oh, so therefore it counts as top 8. Like no, like top 8 and out. That's we're talking equal 7th type vibe. So yeah, he was on a pretty hot streak. But I spoke to Marto and I was like, what happened when I didn't win LAIC? And he was like, he might have misspoke. He might have meant 2020. I think he said, 2036, bro. Like,
2036.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't specify. So,
I mean, that's another 10 years, but okay.
Yeah, I've got a while to wait, I guess. But the day will come.
It will.
If Marto says it will come, it will come.
But
I did not win the Latin America International Championships this time.
No, this time. That's all right. I had a chuckle when Nighttime Clasher tweeted at Marto, and Marto replied with 3-2. For those, spoiler alert, Nighttime Clasher did win. I see. So.
He did.
There we go.
But
he's gotta hone in on those what do you call it? Seeing the future skills that he's got. Just yeah.
Yeah, I think I threw him off. Sorry, Marto. But yeah, we'll get into
it
all.
Wasn't written in Spanish.
What are we subscribing to Magma Man theory now?
Look, isn't this all a theory?
No, it's fact. Marto knows.
Okay,
he just haven't proved it yet.
Okay.
He's like that one guy from Dexter that I still haven't seen, but I'm just imagining the GIF playing. Yeah. Anyway, so that's sort of Thursday. Locking the team. If anyone actually cares, I mean, the team was Oranguru, Charizard, Turtonator with Incinerate. Ember is not real. People kept telling me all weekend about Ember. Turns out half of them were lying and they were just running Incinerate anyway. They were just talking absolute nonsense, which is really funny, actually.
That sounds about right.
I think actually Out of Pocket and Deceptile Last, there might have been 2 of them at the airport that were talking all about Ember Turtonator and they were running Incinerate. So it was like a total troll. I could not believe that Ember is real less. I know that some people formed well. It's not good. So those 3, Dugong, Bronzong and Claydol was the full squad, I think. So I didn't use all of them, put it that way. But yeah, that was the squad, locked it in, and then Friday morning, head to the venue. Insane line, by the way, to get in. Like something I've never seen before, ever, at any of these events. Is just like, there's no video and there's no scale. There's no way for me to communicate what the line was like. But it just snaked and it went like all around the side of the like massive convention center, not just the Pokemon bit, all the way around the side, all the way back up, and then snaked up and down that a bit. Then it came back and snaked in front. Like we were breaching the gate of the entire, property. It was just, it was baffling what the line was like. So I don't remember exactly what time we rocked up. Because Fortois was in the first group, so the sort of show up time 8:45. I wasn't until 1 p.m, which I was pretty salty about because I was still a little bit eepy. I didn't sleep very well, and I was like, "Man, I'm going to be so tired by the time that comes around." But it is what it is. So we rocked up sort of 8:30, 8:35, 8:40, something in that ballpark. Call it 8:40. We'll be generous. And we're like, there's no real rush to get in there at 8:45 because they're not going to start before the opening ceremony. So it's a little bit like, whatever. We didn't get into the venue until like at least 9:05. And they clearly started the opening ceremony on time because we missed it entirely. Like we saw a message in the Discord from you and that was like, wow, that was such a cool opening ceremony. And we were like, did not see a lick. So we're physically here. We were standing outside the venue. We did not see it. I still haven't seen it, to be honest. I haven't gone back and watched any of it. I mean, I just got back.
That's fair. It's the original Pokemon theme song sung by the original singer in, I'm going to say Spanish.
Portuguese?
Portuguese.
I saw Daniel Zanieri made a tweet. It would make sense if it was Portuguese because that's what they speak in Brazil. I would assume, but I don't know. I haven't seen it.
Yeah. But yeah, I was like, oh, this is pretty cool. So
fair enough. I guess I'll trust you for now, and then go watch it back.
I'm probably wrong, but yeah,
Debbie's
it was just in
memory.
That,
What, wrong that it was good?
No, as in language. But anyway.
Oh, no. My assumption is Portuguese, but you never know. Yeah, I guess it's sort of off to the races straight away. Greg battles away. He does really well, but I think he was one round short of top 64. So I think he came 65th, which this is going to ring some bells from last LAIC. When we walk in, we're told this is where the prizing line is, and it's top 128. But with all of the no-shows, and Ashton Ash sent me a message that it was like 108 no-shows or something for a 311-person tournament. That brings it well below the 256-7 kicker. So they had on a whiteboard like prizing payout at top 64 or at losers round 4, I think that was equivalent to. Sorry, top 128, not 64.
Yes.
It's currently, as of recording, it is unclear what the deal is. So prize packs were paid out for top 128. My gut feeling is that top 128 will not get championship points because that is how they approached LAIC last year.
Yeah.
Which was bucking the trend of previous tournaments. So they changed the rule to become last LAIC where you remove all people that don't show up to round 1. Maybe they've gone back. I don't know. There's doesn't seem to have been clear communication from anyone as to what the deal is going to be. But I've sort of said they update the leaderboard pretty quick. So we'll probably find out. We might know the answer before this recording comes out. Yeah. Whether top 128 or top 64 get points. I think it's a I haven't mathed it out. It might be a difference maker for Greg actually getting a travel award versus someone else. Gone, I think. So it's all up in the air. Who knows? Yeah. We'll find out. But it is frustrating
Absolutely.
to not have that clear communication.
Especially if you are in that range. So
oh yeah. Yeah. And again, for them to say it at the start of the tournament is so similar to how it was last time, in which we were told at the beginning by staff, top 128. And then later they were like, ooh. Yeah. So I don't know. We'll find out. But he played well. And his last match, his opponent, there was a glimmer of hope because there was a 2-1 result against Greg. And during team check, they found that he had his opponent had brought the wrong, he typed a number wrong. And so there was a little bit of wait, does that, even a 1-game loss here, we're flipping this, are we good? Are we in? But they said it was a HP error. And because it was a few HP lower that he registered, his actual HP was a few lower. He was technically brought in a worse one, which I thought was a really bad argument. I'm not saying that I think it is a small infraction. It makes sense that that shouldn't be a auto loss or whatever. But the reasoning of, hey, it had less HP than he recorded, so actually it's worse, is a really dumb, silly argument to me because there are so many scenarios where that actually might be the thing that wins you the game, right? So that seemed very silly to me. But anyway, my belief is that it's correct that the result should not have been flipped on that because I think it is minor. I just think the reasoning was bad. But anyway, he came out at 65th, so we got card packs etc. Maybe see PvPSteve. And I had a long wait until 1 p.m. So I guess there's
So
a
what'd you do
few.
in your time?
Well, Debbie, I filled my time by recording segments for the stream. So the casters for this event were very not out and about. Like they were sort of behind the scenes pretty much the entire way through. Like I did not see Rise to Occasion outside of when he was doing segments. I did, excuse me, I did not see Leo Koenig outside of when he was out and about recording segments. I didn't see DeFi outside of when she was recording segments. PvPSteve is the only guy I saw walking around, and whenever I spoke to him, he usually did have a mission going on. But he's like the only one that I was really able to actually like say anything to, other than like having little convos while they were setting up other stuff, which is it's just a little different to how a lot of other events have been. I think it might be all of their first IC. I don't know if Leo might have done a UIC actually, but I don't know. Like they seemed busy at the very least.
Yes. Yeah.
So first, what happened first? I think first was Rise coming up and saying like, hey, recording this segment for where'd you come from, etc., etc. Sounds good. And so, a bunch of us go through. It's me, Nighttime Clasher, Septile Ice, and we do our part. Plays in the broadcast. Cool. I think I played twice. Then later in the day, who am I accosted by? It might have been, you know what? I can't remember the order. This is just going to be segment time. I'm just going to talk about the segment bits. Next it must have been PvPSteve. So then PvPSteve comes up to me and he says, hey, do you want to record a scavenger hunt thing? And I'm like, all right, I'm in. I'm not busy. And so basically this segment did not air, I believe. So maybe I don't spoil it because it might come out on the YouTube and then you can watch it then. But basically it was a head-to-head challenge between me and Dunebug. So
I see.
I think it's a cool segment. It's a bit of editing work, but I think it's cool. So hopefully it does pop up at some point. So we record that. Later in the day, Leo Koenig is running around. He's like trying to get people to show stuff on his phone. And you might win a pack. So I think I see him talking to Ash and Ash. And I'm like, if I just take one step backward, I'm in this man's eye line. So one step back, he's sort of running back towards the where everyone is sitting, towards the go area, and I just happen to be on that path, like we're sort of blocking the way. So he, comes up to me. This one did play on the stream, I guess. And he asked if I had a shiny Darumaka. I did not have a shiny Darumaka. RIP. Yeah. He was actually going to give me a freebie, and I threw it away. I was currently doing a Dynamax Eevee, and he was like, show me that you were doing a Dynamax. Oh, wait, you exited out. And I said, yeah, I exited out. I assumed you were going to ask me to show you something else. So then he was like, shiny Darumaka. But rip. So that happened. And then caster number 4, DeFi, comes up, and she's like, hey, I'm going to record this segment. And all 4 casters clearly like independently were like, okay, I need someone for a segment. And they just sort of, ended up in spots. Like Leo was just running around. He hit whoever he hit. The other 3 were a little bit more targeted. Rise again, Australia, it makes sense. You need to get someone on board. Phoebe, he just got me and Dune. DeFi, she sort of came to me and then she was like, I need 2 people. And so to my left was Hungry Wolfpack, but he was currently screaming for, he was playing in day 2. Since I guess it was day 2. So he was scrimming for his day 2 match. And I was like, brother, you should probably be scrimming. Like maybe focus, champion. And so Fourth Wild was to my right. And I was like, we could get the 2 Aussies to do it. And she was like, sounds good. And so we record a trivia segment as well that did not air, I believe. So hopefully that one shows up on YouTube as well. It should be a no edit job. You should just be able to play it start to finish unless they change cameras throughout. But it's an easy edit, so I don't know. Maybe it shows up at some point. I also think that it actually turns out pretty good, so maybe they will come up, maybe they will not. But also Teehee, I was just Forrest Gumping, I guess.
Yeah. So everyone's like, oh yeah, Steve's gonna win LAIC, but Steve's just there for
that
segments.
Makes sense. We'll get the future LAIC champion. That makes a lot of sense, actually.
Yeah.
All of a sudden,
10 years of content.
Yeah,
just building it up. But yeah, I mean, like, still pretty cool from my end. Obviously, I didn't watch all of LAIC because it was at a silly time,
Yes.
Australian time. And um, so when I woke up in the morning, I saw the Discord where I believe it was Roger Nader screenshot your segment. I was like, oh, okay, there's a segment of Steve, great. And then you replied with like one of four. I'm just like, oh, there's four of these I gotta find now. Not realizing that only two of them got aired. So I was like, oh, okay, all right, just going through all of the footage, and I was like, okay, where is Steve? I'm like, oh, there it is. Ha, ha, ha. There he is again. Ha. Oh, and again.
Wow. I
Hmm.
mean, the first stream appearance is the most contentious because that was the Oceania Players to Watch section, which,
Ah.
for those that watch the stream, they may have tuned in and seen three Oceanic battlers. It was me, Godzilla, They Love Jai. Oh, no, sorry, not They Love Jai, Jamathi. So me,
Timothy.
Godzilla, and Jamathi.
Hmm.
Godzilla and Jamathi were not competing.
Nope.
Uh, so,
And they still
uh,
don't have a photo of Godzilla.
yep. Meanwhile, Fortois was competing and got completely gypped. He was not shown on the Oceania competitors to watch, which is just like, come on, what are we doing?
I can just imagine Greg's reaction. He'd be like, oh, man.
Yeah, he was like, man, this is finally my chance to be on the Oceania players to watch, and now screwed
No,
over totally. So
he
it would
needs
have
to
been
change
unfortunate
his
because
name. Greg
I
from Australia.
yeah, look, I won't name names, but I did independently mention it to two of the casters that it was the case. And one of them, I believe, was in a conversation where they were basically asking me about this graphic. And they were like,
Mm,
oh, like, is Godzilla around? Because we want to get a photo of him. And I was like, this isn't going to work, man.
yeah.
Uh, so,
I
yeah,
I wish that I suppose no, I guess not. No, I was gonna say that you know how they do the play Pokemon articles beforehand,
yeah.
or like Dracoviz even do a little like pre article before big event or big before regionals or before events. Um, I just wish one of them would just like contact us and be like, hey, you guys, who from your region's going?
I mean, whenever Martine writes an article, he does contact me. He does ask,
Yeah.
which is good.
He's good on that.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, but the rest,
Yeah.
pick it up, guys.
To
But
be fair, this is there is a
mhm,
bit of a pattern on the Play Pokemon side where they have some problems with these graphics. Where like at
mm,
was it NAIC or Worlds? NAIC, where they got Jai in a day early. They
mhm,
took a photo of him to put odds the player to watch.
uh-huh,
Blank Pikachu. Didn't use
yep,
it. Then turns out, so and I guess spoilers to end my journey. As I was boarding my flight to Vancouver, sorry,
mhm,
my flight from Vancouver to Sydney, while on my way
mhm,
home,
mhm,
I was messaging with Henry Rich, who's a VG player. He commentated in
mhm,
Melbourne last year,
mhm,
and he was like, "All right, just boarding my flight from LA to Sydney," and I was like, "Hold on, we're boarding a flight at the same time." I get in the
mhm,
immigration line out of Sydney. Tap, 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 tap. He's right next to me, which is insane. But anyway, we're getting to
mhm,
chatting. And apparently, the same thing happened to him, kind of, where they got
mhm.
him in early, they got a photo of him. And instead of using the brand new photo they just took for this purpose, they used this photo they had on file from like 2022 or something. So I was like, what?
OCIC photo.
Yeah. So there's clearly a communication problem on like
Mm.
TPCI side, on that production graphics side. I don't know what's happening.
Hey, look,
Uh,
the Jumothy photo is up there. I'm
yeah.
ecstatic about that. I'm just like, yeah,
Yeah.
credit to Debbie.
Yeah, the Pebble photo cred real.
Mhm, mhm.
But I don't know what's going
Yeah,
on that side of things.
I had a
Um,
chuckle on because obviously that came up, and then they they talked about Marto when your name came up
oh, did they? I haven't gone
on
back
the
and watched it.
broadcast. Yeah, and they talked about like, well, Marto Gold has said that PvPSteve will win LAIC. So I'm pretty sure it was
Awesome.
Rise that mentioned it, and I was like, yes.
Look. I was hoping they would mention it so that I can like yoink it into the YouTube video.
Yeah, yeah. I'm not
Sick.
sure if it was day 1 or day 2, but it did get mentioned
I mean, it had
in
to
one
have
of
been
the.
day one, right? Because otherwise, I was
I think
not
it
relevant by
was.
the time day two came around.
It might have been, but because they were just going through the graphics in that beginning part, the like pre
Oh, right.
battling, like that section of like, oh, here's the prize monies of like, blah blah blah, that kind of
Hmm.
section. So it might have been day 2, but yeah,
Yeah,
just
right.
check both. Obviously, you're gonna
Yeah,
have to
yeah, yeah.
clip. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Again,
uh,
I'll watch it all back eventually.
yeah. So I thought that was
No.
pretty funny. I was just like,
Awesome.
mm,
Um, but yeah, I guess that can talk about the actual competition bit, I suppose.
yes.
So yeah, I mean, spoilers, day one only, baby. So because of my incredibly high seedings, thanks to South Africa, we got a round one skip. I
Tell
say
us why
incredibly
you
high
were
seeding.
seated.
It's mostly because most people in the tournament were not seeded. Partially because a third of people were not even there. A third of the tournament were not there.
Look, I
Uh,
appreciated like where you were seated, and then above you was its accent. So
yeah.
I was like, look at him go.
Yeah, LNDS Kanan, Axon, me was the
Mhm.
big three of our
The big
group.
three in Group N.
Yep. My gosh, Group N. That is so crazy. I do
Mhm.
think that this was just based on vibes. I didn't go looking through all of the other groups, but I Dracovies profiled everyone in my group, as I do every time.
Mm.
Because I want to know, like, am I about to sit against a champion? How are they going to... I want to get
Yes.
info on how they play. Because if it's someone that top eight's a bunch of tournaments, then they're going to be counting. They're going to be ready. They're going to be counting my moves. They're going to be ready for hard
Yeah.
swaps. Like they're going to be playing fancy. Whereas if it's someone who has only played one tournament before and they came 216th, I'll be a little bit more like, okay, I can probably get a little bit more greedy, or assume that they're going to throw on timing, so I might be able to catch moves easier. It's like there is some like
Yeah.
psychological gameplay involved,
Absolutely.
so I like to
Mm.
know. I think Ashton Nash said he didn't want to know. So there's clearly differing opinions.
Yeah.
I think there's merit to assuming that everyone is going to be good, so you play
Mhm.
at your best. I hope to play at my best, but I still want to change how I make my decisions. A
Yes.
little bit of a play the player. But
Mm.
most people in my group, by an insane majority, had like never played a tournament before, had never hit GBL leaderboards. Like they were sort of brand
Yep.
new. So
Mm.
I was feeling pretty good. I was like, you know what, this is actually like a very good group.
Yes.
However, I did not get as lucky as some in my group.
Yes. Yes.
Talk about that. So yeah, I got the bye into round two, and then in round two, I was facing a guy whose round one opponent was a no show.
Mm-hmm.
That round one no show was Ashton Ash's brother. So I was sitting there like, oh man, I could have been playing the goat's brother. This could have been so cool. And he's a nice guy, by the way. But
Ashton Nash
yeah.
wouldn't know who to cheer.
Look, he doesn't really play the game. I think it would be a little lopsided. There's a reason he didn't play. But
Mm.
it is what it is. So then this guy has never played a tournament before, but he is like he does play GBL. He's
Mm.
I think the way he explained it is sort of like he does like PvP. He's never been to a tournament. As it turned out, he did play mechanically quite well.
Mm.
The problem for him is that he was telling me he was like Googling stuff to figure out like what was good in the meta, and there wasn't really a lot because obviously this is the first tournament that has this meta.
Yes.
This is going to be a little bit of an emblematic problem of the limited meta format, I suppose, which we can talk
Mm.
about opinions, feelings later. Mine is actually quite positive, even though this is a negative example. He
Yes.
just he didn't know what to do. He
Yeah.
didn't know
Couldn't grasp it. Yeah.
what to run, or he
Mm-hmm.
didn't have the mons available. Because again, limited format. So he was running,
Metadata aware. Yeah.
yeah, I mean, yeah, at regionals, which he's never been to one. So,
Exactly. That's what I mean. Like, where's he gonna get one?
yeah, so it's very, he was running a team that had Scyther, Cophagregus,
Mm.
Arctobax, Dragonair. So like there were some Pokemon on there that were real, but they're like
Mm.
fringe meta. And then there were some Pokemon that just aren't real. But then like even in saying that, like he thought about the team, and like Scyther is a very good counter to Oranguru, right? You're getting to Night Flash in 10 turns. You've got Fury Cutter to really do a lot of stuff as well. So like I was looking at it and I was like, this is not going to be a gimme match. Like I
No.
have to play as real as possible.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, he was playing really well. He made some like really good catches. It's just that I had, obviously a really strong team comp advantage. So I was able to 2-0 that one. He was a lovely guy though. And then my second opponent had played a few, like 1 or 2 tournaments, I think, in the past. And I haven't sat down and like my intention currently is to recreate my battles again. And so I've tried to take as much notes as I could. I haven't gone back and tried to properly piece it together yet. It's on the to-do list in the very near future, I suppose. So I do need to do a little bit more reflection on what actually happened and why I lost and whatnot. I ended up going 1-2 against this guy. One of my losses is because I overtapped a Dragon Breath. Like I did one Dragon Breath too many, and I think I just lost momentum straight away. Like I should have been on the front foot, and all of a sudden I was on the back foot. It wasn't great. Then at this point I don't even remember what the other loss was. So then I go to losers bracket, and I play another guy who's in a bit of a similar spot where like he's played before, but not an absolute ton. And it's another 1-2 result where, again, I need to reflect on this. I could be talking out of nowhere, but because I think there will be better strategic plays than what I did. I'm confident in that because I was leaning into Dugong. I'm not an expert at running Dugong in this meta. But it seemed to me like if I had this very particular Dugong IV spread, I may have won the match, which is the Dugong Slayer, which I wanted a Dugong Slayer, but I didn't have a Dugong Slayer. And the Dugong Slayer is like high defense, no attack, no HP sort of vibe, like just as defensive as possible because you get an Ice Shard breakpoint so that other Dugongs do less damage to you and it just absolutely snowballs. Especially because Dugong lasts a very long time. So there's a lot of Ice Shards to get thrown in that matchup. So it's unfortunate. It does, I guess, put up the argument about spoofing and benefits of IV, whatever you want, etc., etc., etc. But I need to reflect if that's even real. And like again, even with that, I very much could have won the game. They were very winnable games. It was on me. I just wasn't familiar with Dugong enough, I think, is probably the bottom line for that match. But it went okay. Like I didn't play terrible, I don't think, but it was a little bit sad that like after I was out of the tournament, that it was like, oh, this meta's just gone now. Like there's no like I don't play another match in this meta ever, which is kind of like, oh, all that prep for what 8 matches, 8 battles. All right. Which is one of my small criticisms of the limited meta thing as well, I guess. But that applies even if you only play an occasional Open Great League the same way, I guess. So whatever.
Hey, look, it means that you've got all that knowledge now to use in GBL.
Yeah, nah.
Well, GBL's still broken because it has shadows, so
Yeah, that was so annoying as well. Actually, like doing prep, like trying to run stuff in like Dugong in GBL to just give it a go, get a feel for it, and running into like triple shadow teams constantly. It was just like, what the heck, man? Shadow Gyarados especially was really getting on my nerves because I didn't inherently know what the difference was. Like, I don't know how the matchups are different, and so I'm not learning anything. I gain no information here. It's just maybe muddying the waters because I'm remembering this thing that happened with a Shadow Gyarados that won't happen with a real Gyarados. It was so bad. My honest belief is that Niantic just doesn't know how to ban shadows. And that wasn't really thought about when they were implementing it as such. But
yeah,
I don't know.
I think what we've learned from GBL, once it's released, they're not going to fix it. Like from time and time again, when there's errors from
like the day before or the day of the LAIC meta coming to GBL, they updated it to include the bans that they forgot to add.
Okay.
And I think at the same time updated the Great League Remix bans that like already happened, I think. I don't know. It's
anyway.
Yeah.
So it is very frustrating, but anyway. But yeah, that's your tournament. Day 1 done. So it means that you had more time to cheer on your bestie.
Let's
Ash
go.
and Ash all the way to day 2.
Yeah, winner side of the bracket.
Awesome.
Pretty cool.
I talking about brackets and talking about your group, you hinted earlier.
Oh yeah.
Uh, some may have got a easier ride than others. Steve had to actually battle someone in round two. Is there someone you want to hint or talk about that
I'm
did not
calling
hit?
out. No. So that like the clear example and the one that I kept hearing over and over and over again was it's Axon,
Yeah.
who got very lucky, like
Mhm.
insanely lucky. It is nothing to do with what he did at all.
No.
Like,
No.
but he got the bite around two because of his seeding, and then he got
Uh-huh.
a no show
Uh-huh.
into a no show,
Uh-huh.
meaning that he got all the way to the group semi-finals without playing a match. So we only had to play two people to actually get through into
Day
day two.
two.
Now, one of them
Yep.
was the guy that beat me in winners bracket, and I was really like, I really hoped that I would win that battle because I wanted to play
Yes.
Axon so bad.
Yeah, I looked at
Um,
it going, oh, Steve gets a verse accent. Like, that was in my head. I was like, oh, yeah, he gets a verse him. I'm sure I'll hear about it tomorrow morning. And then I was like, oh, it didn't happen.
that was not how it played out. No.
I'm like,
Um,
no.
yeah, I think talking to Axon later, he was also like, "Oh, I'd like." And he wanted to play me, obviously, but he was like, he was a little worried because Steve's going to have something wacky. Like, I guess Charizard is the wacky pick, but he was also saying that his original team had Charizard as well until he swapped onto the
Right.
Gyarados bus. So it's not
Yeah.
like it would have thrown him off by any means. It wasn't that weird. It just wasn't on the top 12 usage, and using Gyarados is the
Mhm.
weird bit. Um,
Yeah. You weren't
but
running a Glalie or something. So,
that isn't that weird either, actually. There's really like nothing that's weird in this meta except for like Galarian Rapidash. Like most
Mhm.
things are not weird. Anything that you can think of that was being used is not weird. And it's just sort of how the meta goes. Glalie is like real meta for sure. Um, but like and the thing is, and this argument sort of came up at last LASC, and I said this a few times as well, because Rick Flareon,
Mm.
I got 2 buys last year at LAIC.
Yes.
So, happy days. Rick Flareon didn't get those 2 buys, but like his first opponent was running, he sat down at the table and he was literally running like 10 CP Pokemon, right?
Mm.
So like he may as well have been a no-show, even though he physically showed up. I don't know why he showed up, to be honest, just for the
Yeah.
vibes.
Yeah.
um,
Mm.
but the people that are likely to no-show are likely to have been very easy wins for Axon anyway, because they
Yeah.
were probably not serious players. So it doesn't
Yes.
like, I don't put a lot of stock in them being 0 to -1 scores.
Mm-hmm.
It's just that that's where where the seeding lay, I guess, a little bit.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, Kanan,
Yeah.
who was the number 1
Mm-hmm.
seed to Axon's number 2 seed,
Mm-hmm.
he had to play in round, or in his first round, he
Mm-hmm.
2-0 guy.
Mm-hmm.
He could have been like, I don't know if he was a serious opponent or not, but he had no seeding. It might have been a very easy win. And then he went into a no-show after that. We could have been talking about Kanan the same way, right? If that guy just didn't
Yeah.
show up. So I don't think it means anything. They would have been the easiest matches of the day anyway.
Mm-hmm.
In some sense, Axon had to play all of the hard battles.
Mm-hmm.
So it is what it is. But it is really silly. And LAIC seems to bring up this issue more than any other tournament in the amount of people that just get to skip so deep into the bracket. I mean, OCIC was a problem as well.
It
There's
was.
just
Yeah.
so much bracket skipping going on that's completely unfair. And like, Axon got, I think, free championship points basically, like just for turning up. Whereas someone else that might have like played really hard and like got a few wins under the belt in the losers bracket missed out. Like maybe Greg doesn't get championship points, but he like played a lot of opponents, and
Yeah.
so it's like there's a real lack of fairness in that. And so
Mm-hmm.
to me, it seems really clear that they just need to actually go through and remove no shows.
Yeah.
It will delay the start of the
Agree.
tournament, but if we were doing double Elium anyway,
Mm-hmm.
like it's not like we're TCG and VG. We need to start at 9 a.m. because the round starts and then it's off to the races. They have so much tournament time to play. It feels like it would enhance the competitive integrity dramatically if they just took the time to actually say, all right, these guys are all gone. But
Mm-hmm.
that's just my opinion. It would also actually cut out round 1 entirely from this tournament. So it would actually, if it took the time of a round, then it's the same deal.
Yeah. But still very funny. Because there was this photo of you battling, and you just see Axon just kind of in the back, just like just
Yeah,
Oh,
bored
okay.
waiting for his time.
Yeah. I'm like, that's the previous world champ. And he's just kind of like, hello.
Yep,
Is anybody
battling
here?
pretty hard.
Yeah. I was just like, no.
Yeah. He got to play enough in the end. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, in the end. Look, when
Um,
I get an opponent that doesn't show up, I'm celebrating hard.
oh yeah,
This
me
is
too.
and this is asking me like,
Yeah, I
questioning
love
my
getting
choices.
freebie pushed through. I would take it any day of the week. I would have loved to be an accent spot, just a little bit
I
more
thought that.
seeding.
I know. I was just like, oh, if I was just
Okay,
flipped,
although I say a little bit more, like he had a lot going on.
yeah,
Like the gap
he
between second
deserved,
and
well
third,
deserved.
dramatic, so dramatic. The man won NAIC. You know what that does to a guy's seeding? That's
What
so
about coming in second in Johannesburg and third in Durban? What does that give you?
$3,500 travel award
There we
for
go.
one thing. So yeah, that's my tournament run, I guess. I actually think the team was
That's day
good.
one.
Like, well, I mean, I think maybe the team wasn't good. I think Charizard was good. I stand by the Charizard pick so hard. It was the right call, just from a not only the familiarity standpoint, but just the usefulness standpoint as well. I really liked it. So, would change the thing on that one.
Good, excellent. I mean, like, woohoo!
Yeah.
LAIC done.
Yeah, it is a shame because I felt good about the meta, so I would have liked to have played a little bit more, been able to prove it a little bit more. But it is what it is in these tournaments. There's can't control everything, unfortunately. In Double Elim, would have loved a Swiss one on this one, but hey, maybe next time, huh?
Yeah. Maybe you just need to win NAIC so you get like accent spot next time, and then you can just have a free ride.
I see. Speaking of, I want to jam this in somewhere. This is probably the perfect spot. Wherever Axon may be, there is obviously a Wiggy Wigs as well. And so, first of all, hi, because it's lovely to see her every time. It's just really cool. Really like her. She talked about listening to the podcast again, and really appreciate it. So, hi, appreciate you. She's just so lovely. And did take a lot of lessons from my previous Brazilian escapade as well. She had the phone strapped up, ready to go. It's like, yeah, we're not messing around. Actually, on that topic, so my phone was not stolen, but I didn't hear if anyone's actually getting stolen, but there were 2 attempts at this tournament. One was Mike Chen, who I, faced at Johannesburg.
Yes.
I think I could be getting these stories flipped, but I think they went to grab his phone, but their hand sort of pulled off just because Mike Chen had a really strong grip on it.
Yes.
So they didn't get it.
You're right.
Someone else, and in my head, it's actually Nighttime Clasher, which would have been crazy. Am I wrong? I think it might have been Nighttime Clasher, where they yoinked it, but then dropped it, and so it fell to the ground.
Right.
I don't know if that was him or not.
Yeah.
Eric is in my head. Anyway, that happened to someone, if not Eric. So like there were 2 attempts that happened, which if it was Eric, that actually would have been crazy because there was the thing where Jeff's phone was stolen before he wanted to win. And actually at last year's LAIC, I was like, oh, phone was stolen. I guess I'm supposed to win now. This is the second time where it has been prophesized that I should win LAIC. What the heck?
I guess
and
you're
it's
going
not
to
happening.
LAIC next year.
Yeah, 2026. See you there. Yeah. Anyway, so it was. I think she made the smart money moves, and having
maybe everyone was a bit more conscious. It was just like gripping onto their phones.
The number of people that I heard talking about like Ubering place to place because of me, I stand by. I think it's a great thing.
So you've done a PSA, basically, public service announcement. Steve Adventures. Here's what not to do.
If you're going to Brazil, Uber, phone restraint, don't bring it out in public, leave it in your pocket at all times, get an AirTag. The list will grow, I'm sure. But
yes. Thank you for your service.
Anytime, I guess. But yeah, is there anything else to
was that the part where you said like, did I lose something? ? Was that where you're gonna? Is that?
Oh no. Okay, there was one more thing. So I actually did lose my phone. So I think it was day
You just
2.
told me you didn't lose your phone.
Well, I forgot. Okay. So we're sitting having lunch.
Okay.
Me, Greg, Ali,
Yes.
in this sort of separated section of the hall.
Mhm.
And so, look, I think both Greg and I were pretty dehydrated after day 1. Just a lot of,
Right.
you have to increase your volume a little bit, right? Just because
Yeah.
it's a little bit
Plane
loud.
travel. Yeah, everything.
I talk a lot, it turns out. I mean,
Mhm.
I was going to say this podcast as evidence. I think it's roughly 98% Steve voice time. Like this episode, I mean, in particular.
Mm.
It is what it is. Not even going to say a word. Just, yep.
But what do
Okay.
you want me to say?
Yeah. Yeah, fair
I
enough.
mean, it means facts. So I was like
Yes,
nodding.
yes,
I'm
it
like,
is.
yeah. I'm like, the episode title was Steve went to LAIC. Like,
Oh, is that the title?
what
Yeah, fair
well,
enough.
it is a title now.
Yeah,
But
yeah, okay,
my
lock it
point
in.
is like, what am I gonna say? Like, this is what I experienced at
Oh, yeah,
LAIC.
yeah, exactly. I mean,
Lack of
that's what I
sleep.
mean. I'm not saying it's insane or anything. I'm just
Staying up to 1:30 to watch your one match, which wasn't aired
watch
on screen.
Challenge. You didn't even watch the match.
No, I didn't. I was just there watching Challenge
Yeah.
and be like, come on, refresh already.
Thank you for your support.
You're welcome.
But yeah, so very dehydrated. So I was making a real point of like, look, I'm gonna keep refilling this water bottle. I'm gonna keep drinking water. And so I grab my water bottle and I'm like, does like anyone else need a water refill? Greg gives me his, and I'm like, okay. So I go over, fill up the 2 bottles. I come back, water bottle's down on the table. Wait, my phone isn't in my pocket. It's not on the table. Oh no! Because just before I left, it was sitting on the table, and I made a point. I was like, right. I thought about leaving it here because obviously, like Greg and Ali are fine. I won't though because like, what are they going to do if someone just walks past the table and yoinks it? Right? Like they might miss it. Are they going to chase him down? I don't know. I would chase him down, but like they might not have that prerogative. So I made a point. I was like, right, that's going to go in my pocket. I'm not going to leave it out. So I go to the water, come back, and I'm like, oh no. And the feeling from last time came back, and I was like, oh, did I get pickpocketed? That's like the only way. And like they were like, oh, like, did you leave it at the water thing? And I was like, no shot. Like I'm taking it out. It's like, is it in your bag? And I opened it in my bag just in case. I was like, I know it isn't in here. Like, yeah, it's not in here. And I'm like, oh. And so then I was just gonna like meaninglessly like retrace my route to the water. I don't know what I was hoping to find, if it was sitting on the ground or to see someone stealing phones. I don't know what I was hoping for. And then I take a step away and they're like, okay, we have it. I, in fact, had left it on the table.
Deserved. So deserved.
What? How? What did I do to deserve this? Be a victim? It was very funny. I support the maneuver entirely, but I was very worried.
That's right. I like Greg. You can get paid later for that one.
It was actually Ali's idea.
I see.
So, yeah, very funny. But so I did lose my phone. So there's that one. I just sent it. Like I told Debbie days ago in some airport, I guess. Like, FYI, I lost something, and I wouldn't tell her what happened. And I was just like, I'll talk about it on the podcast. Yeah. So I guess that was. Anything else day one? I mean, like went out for dinner with the Mexican contingent. Ash and Ash, the clear leader of the troop. It was like, righto. Very, very community driven, like, okay, where does everyone want to go? Do we want to go to Outback Steakhouse or do we want to do like this meat buffet place? They all wanted to do meat buffet place. He told me later, I was like, brother, I was opening the door for you. You could have pulled us to Outback Steakhouse. But as I told him, like I don't want to make group food calls because I think that it is not going to be the call of the majority most of the time. So I was like, I'm chill. So instead, I paid 50 Australian dollars for this meat buffet, or I just ate rice. So
it hurts so much.
pretty expensive rice, turns out.
As someone that has of Asian heritage that eats a lot of rice, I would not be paying $50 for rice.
Maybe it was really good rice.
It would not be. It could be gold plated. I don't care. I'm not paying $50 for rice.
Yeah. Alas.
This is what happens when I don't go with you somewhere.
What would have gone different?
Could have been something along the lines of finding somewhere that you could eat and then coming back later.
Then you missed the social time.
No, you miss a little bit of eating time. We could just go to Macca's down the road or something, grab something quickly and come back. 20 minutes, tops.
Yeah, but then it's like there was pretty hard language barrier. Like, you know, these guys obviously spoke Spanish. They were speaking Portuguese. It was a little bit language barrier. They might not have understood that this guy... Yeah, what?
No, you got Ashton Ash to explain it for them.
He's Spanish. Spanish, Portuguese, different language.
Wasn't he running the whole show, though?
Yeah, with the Mexicans speaking Spanish. So it's I don't know if it would have communicated like, oh yeah, then he's not eating. Don't charge him. I don't know. I wasn't going to take that risk. So
Google Translate would have been fine.
Maybe, yeah.
Anyway,
it is what it is.
That's what it would have. I would have put on the big girl pants and would have made a fuss. That's what I would have done. But that's because I'm happy to do it.
Yeah, I don't want to cause a problem.
I will do it next time if I am there.
Like you're going to come to LAIC.
No. EUIC, maybe. NAIC, maybe. LAIC, ugh. I'm not going to go on Canada flight.
What? Come on. It was fun.
All the way to Canada for 36 hours.
It was fun.
And not shower.
I haven't even talked about the way back yet. It was fun.
I like showering.
Pocket and Septile. You could have paid for a shower if you really wanted.
I would have. I totally would have.
It was $13. So it would have been free.
Found like I will take the term bougie here. I would have taken the bougiest one and just been like, yep, I'm having a shower.
And that's your prerogative.
Mm-hmm.
But
Anyway. So yeah, that was day one. Then into day two. Well, day two is a bit short because you had to. That was also a leaving day, but you were there in the morning.
Yeah, so Greg and I didn't really have plans. We weren't intending to play in any of the side tournaments because there wasn't really interests. It was like, okay, I'm paying. All of them were blind threes as well, which is baffling to me. Like, yeah, I've done all of this prep for a team of 6, and I'd be sitting down and playing blind threes. Like, I'm not for that. I don't want to do that. Yeah. I mean, I haven't learned how to play the GBL version of this. I've learned how to go, okay, my Charizard is pretty safe here. I can comfortably put it in the lead. I don't know what they're running. They could run, I don't know. I mean, Glalie lead is actually, it's not good, actually. But I would make different decisions if they have a Glalie or not, right? So it's very, it's annoying. I didn't like it. So
could they run a couple challenge with the LAIC meta?
They didn't run any championship point events.
Oh.
I don't know why. Like, it was odd to me. Because it happened, like I noticed it last time at NAIC, where they didn't have any championship point events. And I was like, well, that's fair enough because it's in June. So that would be unfair if there's extra. Like it was after locals already ended. So like, oh, well, they couldn't do cups and challenges. That checks out. I didn't know why there weren't any this time, to be honest. I just wasn't, I don't know if it's just like, actually, I don't know. There's no logic that I'm aware of. Maybe someone can fill me in. Maybe they just wanted to run the championship series meta, like the LAIC meta, hard, and they couldn't run those with championship points, and so they just didn't. I don't know.
Right.
But I didn't even see the prize wall. I had some other people sort of told me that they thought the prize war was actually pretty uninteresting, so they weren't even interested in grinding tickets. I think the card packs are also in Portuguese, which not only have less like half the amount of cards in them, but they're like just way less valuable. They're just because no one really wants Portuguese cards except people that speak Portuguese. I think the number of cards in a pack is halved because of paper tariffs or something like that into Brazil.
Okay.
It's just easy how it is, and so they could either double the price or half the cards, and so they half the cards. But yeah, so it was a little bit like okay. So yeah, there just wasn't really any incentive to play. I mean, there's the Switch series, so you could win a Nintendo Switch, but again, blind threes. So I just went nah.
Yeah.
So we just sort of watched the stream through the day, hung out, socialized, chilled. That's kind of it. Like there was I don't think there was any big stories outside of like what happened in the tournament for day 2 really. I mean, I'm sure I'm forgetting something to be fair, but it was kind of just play by play, hang out with people, have a good time.
Yeah, cool. I mean, like I know you talked about picking up the merch. So what merch was available for players? As in like
I think it's like the
a
same
hat?
for every IC. I think you get a hat, you get card sleeves, you get the play mat, you get some code card shenanigans, which I got 3 again this time. I remember last time I got like multiple. This time I also got multiple. You're only supposed to get 1. I don't know why I keep getting dealt extras. What else is in there? I mean, the promo card that's in Portuguese. Deck box as well. I mean, like, and a pin as well. The pin's pretty cool.
What's on the pin? Is it just
it's all Mega Venusaur themed.
yeah. Makes sense.
So, yeah, I'm just... I know that I'm not a stuff guy, so I'm sort of unlikely to be wooed by it. But I was kind of unwooed.
Was there a shop? Like, was there like a store, like a Pokemon Center store or anything?
No
At
Pokemon Center.
LAIC? Did they have the shirts? You know how like some of the regionals have those shirts that they're selling?
Oh, I didn't even look, but
Okay.
I assume not.
Yeah, I was just wondering because, like, obviously we don't get them in Oceania. I was like contemplating messaging you and being like, "Oh, can you get me a Zoomerall shirt?" If they did have it there, but then I was like, am I really gonna wear it? I did a closet like clean out recently. I don't need more shirts, so I was like, no, let's not add it to. Debbie's already buying enough from Black Friday sales.
No comment.
That's all that needs to be said. Let's be honest.
Yeah. But yeah, I didn't even look, so I've got no clue.
No,
but
that's fair enough.
I didn't see anyone talking about it, so I just kind of doubt it.
Fair enough.
Yeah, they said it was North America only, so
okay.
like Europe doesn't get them either, right? So
fair enough.
For now, I mean, it's a test run, right? So I'm sure their intention is to expand eventually. But
well, I guess that was day 2, and then you scurried off to the airport.
Yeah, I literally left. Like I was sort of prepared to, push back my leave to the airport time, push back, as long as Ash and Ash went. But yeah, his last loss was probably like an hour and a half before my sort of planned leave time. So like it didn't end up being a issue. He came 9th, I think, just short of top 8.
Right.
So I mean, a lot of points still, but tail end of the tournament again, falling from winners bracket. It's, I mean, along with many people, he was in what I consider to be the worst part of this limited meta for LAIC, which is the exact problem that I talked about when it was announced that they would be doing limited metas. And it was going to be pretty obvious that it was going to be an LAIC one because of the GBL date. That tournament's the very week before were not running the meta. So anyone that played either Buenos Aires or Vegas, they were also playing LAIC, had to do 2 different metas, like back-to-backsies.
Yes. Yeah.
And I mean, even if you were like focused on the regional on Sunday, right? Like at the Vegas or whatever. Actually, all of Buenos Aires were on Sunday as well. So Sunday. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and you play on Friday. So it's 4 days prep time, and that includes traveling to Brazil. So it felt very unfair to me, and I relayed that feedback as well. I obviously this season's scheduling is already like locked in. So if there is a regional the week before EUIC, too bad, so sad. Sucks to be you. It is what it is. But is that the literal week before?
I think so.
Oh, I thought it was 2.
Is it 2? I'm pretty sure it's like, maybe it is 2, but I'm pretty sure they're very close together.
Oh, it is literally the next week. It's Sydney and Santiago are the week before. That is so annoying. Oh.
Yeah.
That's so lame.
Yeah. And Sydney's a long way to EUIC.
Yeah, it is. That's like a full, at least a day travel time.
Yeah.
So you're off to like 3 days between Sydney and EUIC. That sucks. Actually, you pick up a day on time zones, to be fair.
Yeah, I suppose. And more than likely, not confirmed, but more than likely Sydney will be 1 day. So you get Sunday, right?
True. I guess that's true.
Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, travel Wednesday, land Thursday.
Yeah, so it's still like, we're still talking
still not enough.
Like best case scenario, you've got 4 days up your sleeve, right? So it's like,
yeah,
it's not good. It does feel a little bit unfair. I don't like it, but what can you do? I guess not schedule them like that. So I hope they take that feedback on board for the 2027 season if they do continue to do these limited metas, because it'd be nice to actually have some wiggle room as opposed to like, I mean, obviously I sort of watched Ash and Ash in real time, sort of like go from like needing to focus on Vegas, and he was doing well there. He came top 8, like Marto predicted. Like Marto banished him too, and then having to hard pivot into this new meta. To be fair, like he was doing prep work the entire time, but then it's like he's sort of eating into both tournaments prep. Like he was talking to me on like the Thursday or Friday before Vegas. He was on a call with me talking about LAIC, and I was like, shouldn't you be Vegas? It feels really yucky. So I didn't like it. Luckily, it's a very small meta, so like even if you picked up a team off the shelf, you'd be able to figure out how it works quicker than if it was the other way around. If you had to jump into Open Great League all of a sudden. But still not a good setup, unfortunately. So it's just one of my other complaints. While we're in complaining mode, maybe we should flip over to like saying some good stuff. Or what are your opinions, actually, like separate from everything else about this? What seems to be the case, because they have just announced that limited metas, or there is going to be a limited meta for EUIC as well. So what is your take on that whole setup, I guess?
Are we talking about negative still or not?
I mean, like your actual opinion, like positive, negative.
How dare they ban Wigglytuff?
I see.
No. I think I'm in very much a similar boat. I totally ignored LAIC meta. Like my thought process was like, this is not relevant to me because this isn't going to. When am I ever going to use this again? I think I only told you that I literally only played in GBL the Championship Series meta because I got the It's Accent Twitch reward. So I had to play 3 battles to get my, finish my research. I mean, I already had my Araquanid from him, but I wanted the Elite TM that came afterwards. And I was just like, well, it was either that or I think it was like Mega Master League or whatever it was, the other one that I wasn't going to play anyway. So I was like, So I only made a team just out of pick 3 Pokemon and just tried it out. And I was getting demolished because obviously people have already started playing this for like a week and a bit already. And
it was only a 1 week meta.
Yeah, okay. Well, I only started playing on the weekend where, people started playing from Tuesday. So I was like, yeah, look, I don't know what's going on. What are these like Turtonate? Or why is there a Shadow Annihilate here? Like, I was just like, where am I going with this? yeah, and you were about to get on the flight to Sydney, and I was like, Steve, help me with my GBL. I just need to win one more battle.
Yep. There was some live
So,
coaching, audio only, without being able to see the phone.
uh, yeah, thanks for that. Send me your Metafy link later.
Anytime.
What are you charging? Are you charging like nighttime clasher rates, or like are we charging like they love gyrates?
I just want. I take medals and trophies. So
I only got one medal. You want a fourth place, not quite fourth place, third place, like
well,
Perth 2022 medal.
depends how much you want coaching.
How about a best result with frustration?
Oh, now there's the real valuable stuff. All right, now we're
If people do
talking.
not know, this is it is a birthday gift from Steve earlier this year
Yep.
that sits behind the computer. So I always see it every day.
Heck yeah.
Mm.
Still undefeated on that one.
There we go. But yes, my opinion is that unless it was relevant to me, I think I'd be all in. The fact that it wasn't, I just kind of ignored it. And as much as like you were talking about like, oh, I think I'll bring this, I'll bring that, I'll be like, oh, what about this? And you're like, oh, well, this beats that. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Like I feel like you had it very under control. But I was just like, I was literally just picking things out of the air because I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, I guess when I was sending you stuff, I was not expecting feedback. I was mostly just using you as a sounding board, or just like
Okay.
keeping you updated on like just
I was just like,
FYI. Right?
cool.
Yeah.
Clay doll. Yep, all right.
I was not looking for significant feedback on that one.
I can't, give you any bell toys from here, but yeah.
No, I wish. But no,
Mm,
I'm with you because like on the same token, I was completely ignoring Open Great League. And once
mm,
Brisbane closed up shop, I
mm.
did not watch a single second of. Oh, actually, no, there was only Las
Las
Vegas, right?
Vegas.
So actually,
Yeah,
that's
Las
not true
Vegas.
because I did watch all of Ash and Ash's battles.
Yeah.
But other than that, I did not watch a second.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
didn't watch any of the stream, the kind of stream that happened in
Buenos Aires.
yes, in Buenos Aires.
Yeah.
Because they streamed without commentary the top three. They
Right.
announced on Twitter they said top four, but they'd already got the result for the fourth place. So
Mm-hmm.
I assume that it was actually top three, unless they were playing on like mad delay. I don't know, maybe. But
Hmm.
yeah. All that to say, I'm with you.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
no interest in my head of focusing on two metas at once, and that's sort of where
Mm-hmm.
I was at, where I was like, Brisbane, 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 Brisbane. Okay,
Yeah.
now I have a couple of weeks to look at LAIC,
Yeah.
which is
I
really
do like
annoying.
I do like the fact that they're announcing it early because then people
Yep.
can prepare.
Mm-hmm.
So waiting for PvPoke to populate, what the top Pokemon are. Because I did have, as you saw, like some Pokemon reserved called LAIC. Because I was like, oh well, I don't, I don't know if it'll like. I suppose like not that I would be playing, but I imagined if I was going to play in GBL with that particular meta, I could actually be like, oh, on the lookout leading up to it, being like, oh, well, maybe I need a good bell toy. Maybe I should have made my Runarigus. Okay, I better make sure that I have my Galarian Yamask and do my 10 raids. Like, I had that there also to remind you as well, because I was like, which Pokemon are relevant? Maybe he needs this made as well, just to have it in case. Get your Drampers out, like all those
Yeah.
silly things. But yeah, I do like the idea of a niche um, limited meta. I think they're fun. I think as we saw from the stream, LAIC, it is very much on skill expression. So I think that's what we've been lacking from all the RPS plays that Debbie loves to play. That I was like, oh, this is why I'm not winning in GBL because you need skill.
Hmm.
um, hmm. But yeah, I think it is pretty cool. I do understand the barriers as well, as you mentioned. Maybe particular Pokemon people can't access, like Oranguru. When's the last time you saw that one in the wild? It's usually from research or like a research day. I've got a heap from that particular research day. If you didn't play it, you don't have it. So again, Turtonator, Gyarados, even Magikarp. When's the last time you saw a wild Magikarp? It's just like we haven't had like a water event in a while. That's usually in like February. Hatching from eggs. I don't think you can even get a Magikarp these days. So that's what I mean. Like a Jai, I played a local last weekend, and Jai wanted Gyarados from me, because one, he didn't have the candy to evolve it into a
Yep.
Gyarados, because you need 400 candy from Magikarp. So I couldn't just give him Magikarps. I had to give him Gyaradoses. So I was evolving Magikarps to trade to him. He had enough to power it up, but he didn't have enough to evolve one. So I was like, right, okay. So yeah, just difficulty obtaining certain Pokemon would be definitely an entry, like a barrier to entry. But like you said, your first opponent kind of managed around it.
I mean, like,
Well,
yes and no.
ideally,
Like,
yeah,
95% of competitors probably would have whooped him because of the team comp. Like, it's
yeah.
like he did his best with what he could, but it was
Yes,
not going to
yes,
be a competitive squad in the end.
yes. Agree. So yeah, that's kind of my opinion. It'll be interesting to see how EUIC goes. I kind of like the look of the meta of EUIC, but yeah, just we'll see.
Fair enough. I haven't looked at the EUIC meta at all. I don't know a thing about it other than Chansey's banned, Wigglytuff's banned, and Oranguru is legal. But those are like the three facts that I know. So it's a later problem as far as I mean, we don't have the move update yet, so that's also going to change it all. I hate it. Happens every time that a meta gets revealed or leaked, or like something's happening in the future, even like in grassroots. I personally hate meta-analysis that comes before an immediately upcoming moveset shift. Because
yes.
So for example, EUIC comes out, everyone is already talking about like, oh, this could be really good, this could be really interesting. We've got a move update coming in like a week. We don't know the details yet. So it's very like, I don't know, this could all be like get changed so significantly. So it's like, let's just wait a week before we do any hardcore analysis, you know? That's
I wouldn't want a PvPoke to write something up now and for it to be flipped in. How many more days do we have of this this season? Like,
I don't know. It probably runs till like the 3rd or something.
I was thinking 3rd of December. So Pokemon Go already has announced, I mean, we might as well talk about it, but Pokemon Go has announced the next season. It's called Precious Paths. So that they did a little bit of a teaser last night on Twitter to show what the new season will be called. There is in the video, there's only 2 Pokemon that I saw, and one of them was Gigantamax Meowth, so Longcat. And I'm pronouncing things probably incorrectly, but Clobberpuss, which is pre-evolution of Grapple Locked. So I was just like, oh, Clobberpuss.
Fair enough.
But so there's some new Pokemon coming as well. But my point is that, it's they're already doing the previews for the next season. So next season update should be out very shortly, I imagine, if they usually do it a week beforehand. So it sounds about right.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't go usually on these ones. They've been that has been extrapolated poorly in the past. It's, assumptions get set and assumptions get missed on those ones. So more of a it'll come when it comes. Wait till then.
Remember when they used to do like dev videos?
You mean dev diaries?
Yeah.
Am I like an anti-hater? Because I have never been a big. I know Jerry Seawolf like always talked about what happened to the dev diaries. Was it really a big deal? Did any of us really want them? Like we wanted, like what we wanted and what they were providing with the dev diaries were not the same thing. So why are we caring? You know, I don't know.
Which is why I'm like, it's okay to scrap it. Like, we didn't need it because it wasn't giving what the audience wanted. Yeah. So
anyway, that's an old litigated issue, but
that's all right.
Alrighty. As far as limited metas are concerned, I think it's a good thing. This meta was good. I like it. I just would like some extra room between metas, and whoever was involved in making this meta did a really good job. I know that
Agree.
Okay, Home Slice Henry. He put out a video. I haven't watched the video like at all.
Yeah.
But he has he's sort of talking about the team that won because he ran it. Sorry, Nighttime Clutcher ran it. Out of Pocket ran it. Tactile Ice ran it. Like it was running around.
Yes.
And I looked at the comment section, and it is all like when I looked, it was 100% people saying this meta is so boring. I hate this meta so much. Like it was literally just complaints about the meta sucking and being boring. Because to be fair, I think as a viewer, it can be really boring if you don't know what's going on. There's no benefit to you. Like if you watch the stream, you can't learn anything that's actually going to be useful. If you watch like Las Vegas Regionals, you can actually learn about Open Grey League Pokemon that are directly applicable to you, that you can yoink, you can steal, you can use it in locals, in GBL, whatever. You can learn.
Yes.
This is meaningless. It's like, it means nothing to anyone. And it's the same thing where I was like, once my tournament run ended, it was like, oh, I'm never going to use any of this ever again. It's all like gone to the wind. So it was a little bit like, I don't know what you do about that. I think it is just going to be in the cons column of any limited meta that you apply that is a one tournament only, is that it is irrelevant to anyone not actively playing it. And that's unfortunate because I do think it's a cool meta.
Yeah. I mean, like, I was watching here and there, and I was like, I knew that it wasn't relevant to me, but it was still exciting to watch, in my opinion. And the viewership was still quite high, but again, exclamation mark drops. Like, let's get that Araquanid, everyone.
Yippee!
Well, it's Elite TM, so that's always handy. That's a freebie.
Yeah.
How's your TM count? Did you get some TMs over there?
I did. I mean, I did burn like 15 TMs on the new Claydol that Harry gave me. So like, I don't know. Where is it? I have 177 charge TMs.
Hey, that's still better than Sydney. Oh, not Sydney. Brisbane. Sorry, all eastern states are the same to me.
Wow. And she thinks the Perth slander will stop with statements like that. Gosh.
Hey, look, I don't have a regional anymore. I can complain.
True. That's fair enough.
I had to hear it from you for how many years? I can do it back now.
Yeah. And even then, I've got 3 hours. Yeah, I guess that's, a lot of the meta stuff. I mean, I guess we just talk about the actual runs at AL that happened.
I mean, yeah, or we can talk about, your travel back. Do we do a speed? Do we do a speed run or what happened at LAIC? I think we've already talked about who won.
Yeah, sure. I mean, the only thing that I really want to highlight from day one, because it's actually really funny. I mean, to one guy, it's really funny. Well, to me, it's really funny. Harjeff, LNDS Harjeff. Yes. So he had to face Adib Khan. Yes. Relatively early on. Actually, it was the group semis, now that I look at it properly.
Okay.
And Adib beat him 2-0. It's like, whoa, bang, Adib's got hands. Like, this is LAIC champ Harjeff. He just won a regional like the other month. Nice job, Adib. And then they face in the group loser semis a little bit later on in the tournament. Adib wins again, 2-1. Which is like, GG, like, well done, Adib. It sucks for Harjeff, of course. He's obviously hoping to do better. Could have done better. But then later that evening, Adib goes back to the hotel room. He's through to day 2. So, like, he wants to keep warm on the meta.
Yeah.
Does some GBL. Second battle, LNDS Harjeff. Adib wins. Just to absolutely rub salt into the wound.
I reckon Harjeff just like, you know what? Just chucks the phone into the corner. Sick of this Adib guy.
Poor guy. He's so nice as well. Actually, I didn't even mention this as well. The layers of if I won LAIC were stacking because not only was Caleb going to shave his head, I forced the Brazilians to agree that if I won LAIC, they would let me join their esports org.
Oh.
And they were like, I think we can agree to that. Which, I don't know what would have happened if it actually came true. I don't think they had the power to make those sorts of deals.
LNDS
Join Tuzzy. But
Mhm.
I wanted a jersey. But
I see. He's still
yeah,
fetching for shirts, even though he's got his shirts back.
yeah. Ash and Ash did get a shirt for me as well. He was giving out shirts. He was like, I mean, I only saw one other occasion, but he was like the Santa Claus as far as I was concerned, because he gave a
Mm.
shirt to another guy. I think it was before he was about to go on stream. Maybe he was like, "Hey, do you want a shirt, by the way?" And I was like, "I'll take a shirt."
Mm.
And then I saw him, give a shirt to someone else later on. So I was like, "Oh, like he clearly has enough." he's just collecting him to Robin Hooding, taking from play Pokemon and giving to the competitors. At this point.
Well, can you ask him to get a blue one for you? Because your current blue one is really on its
Oh,
tether.
come on. It's awesome.
We can't take photos of that one anymore.
What? Why? What's wrong? It's a good shirt. I like it.
It's a good shirt. It's got a lot of wear. I think it's very comfortable.
I just tweeted
Yeah.
out another photo of me in it this morning.
Yeah, but it's off behind it, not in front of it.
I
So,
like it.
Ash and Ash, if you're listening, yeah, blue shirt for Steve next time. Thank
Come
you.
on. We aren't making the guy farm shirts on my account. Um,
Uh,
but
Look, does he listen to this podcast?
I don't know. Hi, if you are.
Hi.
I know he listens to Battle Cats, but he skips to the PvP section, which is what I would do too.
Fair call.
Um,
Fair call. I mean, like, my strat with Battle Cats is like get there,
Search for
open
you.
the show, go for like show transcript, type in the word Debbie, does it come up? No. Type in the word Steve, and then look at the rest. Type in the word G'day Badlers, does it come up? No. Okay.
Man.
Type in Perth. All right, cool, and then that's pretty much it.
Does this podcast talk about me? No? I'm out. Fair enough.
Look, I mean, like, if you put back in in your, I suppose, tenure of being on Battle Cats, I would say like I get mentioned maybe like a good 60% of
Did
like, as
we
in,
did we ever publicly reveal that it was a bit?
no, I don't think we did.
Well, exposure. There was when I first joined the podcast, I made it a mission that I would mention Debbie, like that, or not that necessarily I would, but that Debbie would be mentioned once each episode. And this went
Or
on
G'day Battlers,
constantly.
yeah.
I was going for Debbie,
Yeah.
but is like it got to the point where like because Caleb was sort of roasting polymers up a lot at the time, and so
Uh-huh.
I was it was like Steve's let roast Debbie segment, and I went, hey, now they're even going to mention the roast Debbie segment, and that counts as a mention. They're doing my work for me.
Did pretty well. It was a very long streak.
It was a very long streak. If you go back and check all the transcripts, it's a very long streak. But one day I forgot, and then it was over. So
Yeah.
I
I
don't do
think
it
it got
anymore.
up to like a few that you weren't there, like, and then like a Yakai interview, and I'm like, that's not gonna get mentioned there.
Oh, I mean, I don't know what the storyline was, but like, I just know that I dropped the ball once, and then I was like,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
it's Jova.
still pretty
But
fun. I
yeah,
still look for it. I'll still go in and be like, "Yep, am
yeah,
I in here? Nope. Okay." I mean, I
yeah,
still sometimes get mentioned even though you're not there.
true. About our potential secret marriage, even.
Yes.
It's the last one, I think. But so I guess the other storylines, day 2 of LAIC. I mean the big names that crushed. Nighttime Clasher ends up winning. It's his first international championship. His second win. It's been years since he won Liverpool.
Mhm.
And so he continues his streak of only winning tournaments overseas and never winning
I,
back home.
I had a chuckle when he's like, ticked Europe and ticked LAIC, and then like left like watch out NA and Oceania. I'm just kind of like, dude, win one in your own backyard first.
Yeah, I think like Wild Jeff said something like, "Watch NA." We've been watching, brother. We've been watching.
No, but very like he played extremely well. Like he was very maybe it's the glasses. Maybe he's got meta glasses. I don't know, but like something like yeah, he definitely was on the ball throughout the whole tournament. Very much hot favorite after day one. So.
Oh yeah, and having to like not getting a rematch in the grand finals in the sense of like he played Marto Galde in the winners finals. Pato Man beats Marto in the losers finals, and then he plays Pato in the grand finals. Actually, it is a rematch from the winners bracket from before. He was the one that knocked Pato into the losers anyway.
Yeah.
So I guess it was a rematch still. But it had to take out some Titans at the end there to actually get the win. I mean,
Yeah.
on day 2, his run was having to beat Ashton Ash, then beat Stud Muffins, then Pato Man, then Marto. Then he lost to Pato Man in the grand finals, bracket reset, and then won in the end, which obviously impressive. Pato Man, insane. I think I'm joining the camp that Pato Man is the best batter in the world right now, because that is 3 ICs back to back to back trophies with worlds in there as well.
Yes.
Which is insanity. Like that's crazy. It's I just don't like. The only other argument in my eyes is Marto, who, if you asked me a week ago, I'd probably say Marto is the best in the world right now.
Yes.
But Padaman is kind of hard to look away from at the moment. So
yeah,
Marto's record is still insane, but Pato's kind of on a whole. It's crazy at the moment.
Yeah. Yeah, the kid's cracked.
Yeah, I think so.
I feel like watching him play this time round, he looked so focused. Like he was very like not as animated as he usually is. Like you, so I was just like, oh, okay. There's some. I reckon like he's like honed in a little bit on his mental game of late. So I was like, oh, that's pretty cool.
Honed in. The man's been honed in since February.
Yeah. But yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. And then we had Marto in third. Axon came in fourth after having
go,
to
Axon!
he had to actually go on a solid, day 2 run.
The people's champ, no.
Who is this, Taj? We had to beat Hungry Wolfpack, desynced. He lost 2-1 to Marto, then he had to beat Out of Pocket, and then ended up losing to Pato Man. Has clinched his world's invite as well with that one.
Yes.
Added a trophy to the pile. So
yep.
Pretty nice for him. And then
now
both of my... What's that?
I was going to say, like, who's in that pack of people that has been to every single Worlds now or has qualified in every single Worlds?
To be honest, I'm not sure.
Because I'm just
I don't even think Axon's in that boat, is he? He didn't play in 2022, did he?
Didn't he?
Maybe I'm mistaken. Oh no, he would have been because he won it in AIC. Yeah, no, I'm a goof.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. I don't know. It's a pretty small list. I mean, Zardi is the only one from Latin America, I think. So
anyway,
we only have 3 from Oceania: Vish, Rick, Avrip.
Adam. Yeah.
Crazy that there's 3 more in Oceania than Latam on that one.
Let's go.
I imagine there's probably a few more NAs out there. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's probably a statistic that I'd like to learn. I just don't know it yet.
I think it would be pretty good. Like, it's pretty cool to know that the accent is, again, going to Worlds. Like, not that was any thought that he wouldn't, but it's locked in so early.
Yeah. Maybe he was worried about it. I wasn't. Let's put it that way. It's, I'm more of a, is he going to win this one rather than is he going to qualify for Worlds?
Yeah.
Some people just go in that category where it's like, obviously you're qualifying, man.
But you know what the best part is, Steve? We get to see Wiggy Wigs again in San Fran.
Let's go! That is the best part.
Sorry, Axon.
Yeah, he's cool too, I guess.
But yes, he got 4th. He got another trophy to add to his trophy collection.
Yeah. And then 5th and 6th were my airport buddies. Out of Pocket and Septile Ice. So I thought that's pretty funny as well. Okay. I lost connection to the podcast server and then it came back. So I guess we're chill again. Hopefully none of these issues have meant anything at all. But yeah, for the most part, that's sort of LAIC, I guess. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
And
that.
then your flight home.
Oh yeah, so
Oh,
then
40 hours to get back. Well, where
it was a little,
where are
was
we
it a
at
little,
now?
little more.
Uh, like
Well, was
literally,
it?
Steve just like landed what, maybe 12 under 12 hours ago, 10 hours
Oh
ago.
yeah, under 12 hours for sure.
Yeah, yeah. He's literally fresh off the flight.
Yeah, I've showered at least.
Thank goodness.
So
Maybe that's why the podcast keeps like giving me like connection errors. The stink lines are coming through.
what the heck, man? I just said I had showered.
Good. I'm glad.
Oh man. I'm getting roasted for something that's not even real. So yeah, it's pretty close, pretty short times between. And unfortunately I couldn't stay for Championship Sunday because I have to work tomorrow. I have to drive back into the middle of nowhere. So no streams
that's
for
why
a bit.
This is why we're crashing in like this podcast as much as we can. I was like, yep, let's do one before you go.
Because it was either now or in like 3 weeks.
Yeah. It'll be the Christmas special. We won't talk about the Christmas special.
Yeah, no, we're a secret guest, right? So then it's a pretty short layover in Toronto. Except I found out that A&W wasn't just a root beer brand. I didn't know that they were like a chain. It's news to me. I just knew them as root beer. So it kind of blew my mind a little bit. Better food than Tim Hortons for sure. Then we see a pretty short layover and then land in Vancouver. And I didn't actually have any like direct plans of what I was going to spend my 12-hour layover in the Couve on. My plan was worry about it after LAIC. And then it was, I'll figure it out in the Toronto airport. And then I didn't realize Air Canada boards so early. Like, it's kind of crazy. So I just really didn't have that much time to actually look at it. So I did a tiny little bit of Googling. And I had one planned item. And it was, I wanted to go to the Vancouver Police Museum. Which is just like, I think it's like an old morgue that they've transported into a museum. Or not transported, they're just transformed into a museum. So they've got like, confiscated weapons that they've taken off people, and they've got like, the original drawers in the morgue and the tables that they, analyze the body. Like it's all there. They've got like,
I have a visceral reaction after that. I was like, oh,
it was cool. I just thought it was weird. So I was like, oh, all right, I'll do that. And weird it was. But that didn't open until 12 and I landed around like 9 or 10. So I just sort of hit up the city centre, wandered around there for a while, checked out the Drop, checked out the little shopping centre around there and all. Just wandered around. Very Canadian vibe. I mentioned this to you on the phone, but I was walking around and I was like, man, these people are all like, I've never been somewhere where everyone is so bundled up and just like in this joyous winter wonderlandy way. And I was like, wait, I was in Gdansk, Poland last year, and I was like, everyone was bundled up. Why were they so much more like depressed? What was the vibes were so different between Canada and Poland, and maybe there's some obvious reasons for that. I don't know. Maybe it's just European. But the Canadians were like so much stoic. More cheery. Yeah, and also they really did say sorry all the time. The carts in the airport, instead of like beeping people, they had little like bike bell dings. It was so awesome.
I thought you were gonna say like they had like a buzzer that just said sorry. sorry.
And it just said ding ding. They're just so polite and like not you're in my way, just like, hey, coming through. It's just so different. But sort of wandered around. Walked past the police museum to Oppenheimer Park that was apparently in mini Japan, which I don't know what that was about. But it was very... I kept walking and I was clearly getting into the really sketchy part of town, like really sketchy. So I spun around there. Spent more time in that part than I intended to, but hey, it is what it is. I was just making plans on the fly. So I was like, I went and visited... what's Adam Sandler Golf? Happy Gilmore's grandma's house. Went and visited the road that Deadpool fights in the like starting scene of Deadpool, which I thought was cool because you can see the buildings in the background, you see the car park that's in the background. It's like, oh, cool. I've never really like Happy Gilmore doesn't mean a lot to me. I like Adam Sandler, but like I haven't seen the sequel yet. I'll probably rewatch it and be like, hey, that's the house. But the Deadpool one at least was like, oh, this is where the fight is. Like I can see it. That's awesome.
It's iconic. Yeah.
Yeah, this is really cool. This really is where it is.
Yeah.
He's lying down over there. This happens over there. It's like, that's so cool. So I thought that was awesome. And yeah, that's kind of it. Like I was just sort of dawdling around, having a good time, just vibing. I bought the $16 all day public transport thing to just get around everywhere. That was turned out to be way more economically smart than I thought it was going to be. I really used that thing. But yeah, that was and then back home, ran into Henry Rich. Now I'm here. I'm back.
Made it back in one piece, everyone. This is a big accomplishment. Luggage,
and you doubted me just because I was getting 6 flights.
And all. Look, I was quite confident you'll be okay with like one particular airline throughout the whole trip. I think if you were using different airlines and other things, I'd be a little bit more worried. But hey, look, I still had that air tag on you, so I was like, oh, where is you today?
Yep.
So yes, back home. But yeah, like I said, unfortunately, you'll be off to rural Australia from tomorrow. But yeah, I appreciate you just staying up a little bit later than you probably are going to go to bed soon, just to get this podcast in. But what I'm going to do is we're going to skip the other play tournaments. So
what?
Las Vegas and Buenos Aires. Like, too bad. We'll save it for the Christmas special.
I mean, we can.
Are you going to speed run it? Are you going to speed run it?
Yeah, we can speed run it. Come
Okay.
on.
All right.
Say topical.
Who won Las Vegas?
Dunebug won Vegas and is now the first person to win 6 regionals in Pokemon Go, which is kind of insano. Also cool because it's the Dunebug versus Rise to Occasion final, which is like very storyline.
Cool. Yeah, like the rivals against each other.
Yeah. Plus, very, Ash and Ash top 8. So, and Axon actually also top 8. I think.
And
top
Axon, 6. Yeah. Nighttime Clasher did come top 8 there as well.
Familiar names.
Familiar names indeed. What I appreciated from Las Vegas is, as I am a big fan of Enhoff and bringing her Shadow Auroras. So I thought that was cool. And they clipped it and they put them on the Play Pokemon Twitter. And I was just like, look how much damage the medium beam does. Wow.
It was cool. So big shout out to Enhoff as well. She always brings something that's very cool. Again, like I saw none of these battles because I was already like, well, LAIC matter or bust. Like it's just it is what it is, unfortunately. I also see Firestar was running a Shadow Mightyena. Aiden Magikarp used that against me in a challenge recently. And even though I lined up my Annihilate into it both times, he still beat me. Probably because I was running a team with Dondozo Tatsuguri, which turned out to not be very good. Hey, we got points though, so
we did. Thank you, Tom.
But yeah, it is what it is on that one. And then Buenos Aires, which again, there is a stream that exists. You can at least watch the battles of the top 3, at least. And LNDS Oreo was actually able to get the win, finally becoming a champion. Really cool. He did it with Shadow Steelix and Jellicent as well, which is wild. I actually would like to see those battles play out, so I might watch those later. And then Nix96, a long-time Sylph graphic creator and someone I met in Buenos Aires last year.
Oh, that's where, like, I was wondering where that username, like, it rang a bell, and I was just like, graphics, that makes sense. Yes,
graphic guy. And, Mato Galde was top 8 as well.
Dude.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that are having a lot of, like, even though I had to play 2 different metas back-to-back, a lot of people that's having success in both, to be fair.
Yeah.
But maybe that just comes with already being like crazy familiar with Open Great League. and being able to lean a little bit more. I mean, I guess they didn't win, so maybe that's the difference maker. Who knows?
Who knows? But yeah. All right. So those we're up to date. We're up to date on all the events. Las
Yeah.
Vegas, Buenos Aires, LAIC. We talked about EUIC meta being released ahead with the limited meta. New season coming up. So I guess we go to YouTube comments.
Right. Oh, can do. So comments from the last episode. We've got a few. One from and not Emma AB. I started to believe that Steve loses stuff for the plot of the pod. I mean, I didn't this time, did I? Or did I?
Oh, it was good plot though. Thanks, Greg and Ali.
Yeah. Yeah, thanks, guys.
Thanks for the content.
Yep. Bambos. Sarah started waving before you mentioned her. She was very excited about the shout out and also hearing back about the Kermit / Hello Kitty face masks. I'm still jealous, but also, hi, Sarah.
Hi, Sarah. Maybe we'll have to have it as a constant thing. So next, we're all going to Auckland together.
We are all going to Auckland. Where do they come from, the face masks?
Taj bought it at a dodgy shop somewhere, but I can. Debbie can find some on Black Friday sales.
I see. Oh man, we're just supporting the Black Friday shopping,
enabling Debbie's shopping. Yeah, Debbie has a credit card now.
Oh man,
let's go.
Even more ways to justify spending. And last comment from Ann Emma, coming for the YouTube algorithm. So thank you for that, and also for supporting the podcast on Patreon unofficially as well.
Thank you.
Appreciate it muchly. But I think that is the podcast. So again, gone for a few weeks because I'm gone for a few weeks. You're gone a little bit, and then it's City Safari Zone as well.
Well, my holiday's during Safari Zone. So for those that don't know, I will not be over in Sydney for Safari. Steve will be because it's down the road. It's a quick drive.
Quick. Rage bait.
So yeah, it was. Look, it's not called Newcastle Safari. But yeah, so that will be happening. So if you happen to be in Sydney, go find Steve, go say hi, trade him something. He probably needs it.
Probably. Oh, actually, yeah. Shout out to everyone from like all around New South Wales, and even like Jess and maybe some others in Melbourne as well for like trading me stuff for LAIC. I do appreciate it, even though I might not have used any of them in the end, because like I did hardcore IV deep dives for everything. Dugong I already had, Bronzong I already had, Charizard I already had, Oranguru I already had. I built a new one, but I had it sitting in my box.
Yes, yeah.
Turtonator was from you, but I already had it from the past.
That was from a while back, yeah.
And Cladol's from Sussed and Cedar. So all of these people traded all of these Pokemon to me, and I appreciate it so greatly. But for most of them, the IVs just weren't good enough. I was actually going to use a shiny Runerigus from Wade until Runerigus got dropped from the team. Because it was lucky as well, so it was really funky IVs, but it hit these break points and bulk points I was looking for, so it would have been good. But so yeah, I appreciate everyone all the same, even though I did not end up using them. I do appreciate it.
Look, they might have been worth it for the candy for the power ups.
Yeah, my Turtonator candy was actually pretty low, so that might be real.
Yeah,
maybe a Oranguru as well. Actually, yeah, maybe
possibly.
A Oranguru as well.
Yeah. So yeah, if you do see Steve over in City Safari, I'm sure he'll be around. I am actually a little bit devastated that I'm not going to City Safari, but it is what it is. I will be on my annual family trip because I have brothers that run marathons, so they will be running and I'll be watching in my sleep because it's super early in the morning. I ain't watching it. It starts at 3 a.m. Get lost. I'll see.
Yeah, she's busy spending those early AMs watching a challenge bracket with nothing happening instead.
Look, 1:30
what really matters?
I think there's a clear explanation here, and I'm not going to mention it. But anyway.
I see.
Yes. Special interest.
So yeah. Anyway, so I guess we'll be back sometime after that, when Debbie comes
Christmas
back.
special. Let's go.
Yeah, I guess Christmas special.
All right. Make
We'll
sure to
see.
wear your Christmas hat.
My Christmas hat. I mean, there's probably a Santa hat somewhere around here, I guess.
I don't know if I got one. Anyway, we'll make it festive somehow. Alrighty. Thanks everyone for listening. Please follow us on Twitter or X at G'day Badlers. Leave a YouTube comment, like and subscribe. Also, Steve's probably a little bit poor right now, so definitely drop over to his Patreon.
Hey, I got the Travelord, baby. I haven't worked out if I actually kept any money or if I don't know if I'm positive or negative on this tournament yet. We'll find out.
We'll find out.
The flights were so expensive, even still Canada.
Yeah, very, very, very expensive.
Anyway.
Oh well. All right. Bye, everyone.
Bye.